welcome to this show. Today we're going to be talking about designer babies.
According to the article Designer Babies from Gale in Context, design babies are babies whose genetic makeup was selected or modified at the embryo stage to ensure the presence or absence of certain characteristics. According to this same article, the first genetically modified person was Adam Nash, born in Chicago, who actually saved his sister's life by donating healthy stem cells. But not all cases are this great. Let's analyze some different points of view based on different philosophers.
Of course, now the first point to discuss is ethics of genetic edition. Plato states that there are certain things about the human being that shouldn't be changed or mutated, like the human values and the human beings itself.
Right.
Now, society today is barely able to bring equality when different races or even different genders come together. Someone will always try to get an edge over the rest.
Yeah, but also we have other points of view of different philosophers like Jeremy Bentham. He said that
Yeah.
society is divided in unequal parts, one being the majority and one being the minority. He says that it's important to bring the greatest happiness to the greatest number, which means that sometimes it's necessary to sacrifice the happiness of the minority. If genetic addition is possible, we might need to sacrifice the happiness of the minority to bring more health to the majority, which will bring happiness.
Of course, now in the topic of happiness, we also have freedom. Freedom is
Yep.
important because it leads to scientific and social development, especially in societies like United States, Canada, and Mexico. In this case, oppression should not be an option where freedom is a main value.
It should only be used when a certain type of illness is present, otherwise, people will use it to end minorities. Like Michael Sandel said, kids become a tool to raise parents' ego and satisfaction, solidarity and humility senses are dismissed. Genetic addiction should not be allowed because justice and equality are core values. If genetic addiction is allowed, many will not be able to pay for it, and it will create a great social gap.
Of course. Now, we also have to take a look at the health and progress opportunities this presents,
Right.
since caring for the people is important, but also ensuring everyone can have the same access to it. So, even if we develop genetic editing, if it doesn't get to everyone, it is not important. So, also, health is should be centered on preventing, restoring, and conserving the body, not eliminating its flaws altogether.
Yeah, but it is also important to have health in society in order to have happiness, as we said. Allowing genetic modification opens a lot of opportunities for science.
Of course, now also in this scientific topic, we must understand that these genetic modifications could skyrocket the development of medical procedures and treatments for topics like regenerating limbs and eradicating genetic diseases.
Yeah, but also technology could stop being regulated in the name of progress. Many bacteria and viruses necessary for the environment might be eradicated, and also the methods of creation will not be efficient enough to be sustainable.
Yeah, and pollution is very, very, very important topic today. Now, also, the harms for society would be that we would have a lot of our population of the senior population, since there would be a lot of people that live longer and there would not be enough young people to maintain them.
Right.
Also, of course, racism and classism would become a lot bigger problem. There would be a lot of stigma around the normal people,
Yeah.
and there would be possible new diseases due to the genetic modifications.
On the other side, more scientific development could happen. It could also eradicate the genetic diseases, as we already said, like cancer. It could also bring more health, which means that there will be more happiness. Also, Nietzsche said that good and evil are relative, so it is formed from the individual perspective. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. So, what can we expect in the future about genetic edition? Well, it's undecided, obviously, but we are definitely going to see a great development in this topic, especially coming from China and the USA, which are both the giants of technology today. Now, this will obviously develop into a catastrophic failure to integrate this into society, or a breakthrough in science that could take humanity to perfection, or at least a great upgrade from our actual state.
You're right, definitely it is a really great advance and it marks a new stage for technology, but we must learn how to regulate it and how to apply those regulations in medicine, like taking into account that it must be fair, responsible, and For example, it could be managed as surgeries are like being available, but only for those who need it. For example, if a couple is genetically predisposed to have a baby with like Down syndrome or a physical or mental hindrance, it could be marked as available for them and be done with the money of their health insurance. But anyways, as with everything, we must find balance. Just as Aristotle said, virtue in life is achieved by maintaining the golden mean, the balance among everything.
Of course, and to end with this, a great example of how society might develop when taking into account genetic addition, you could check the movie Gattaca, which is linked down here below. Thank you for coming with us tonight, and see you next time.